you want to go to school and have any type of debt. They had college fairs, and I don't know, Chad. It's like life. Let me conclude it as this: life give you what you can handle, but you just gotta be ready for it. For example, if you're not ready to slam that dunk, I don't think life will hit you with that. You get hit with whatever you're ready for at the right time. I just believe that. Because I think back to them, right? So there was these college fairs going on at my school, right? And I don't even remember them my first 2 years of high school. But my senior year, they had one. Universities would come to our school. Princeton was one of them. We had somebody from Harvard. We had top schools come here to my high school, because my high school had some elite students. Like, we had students go to Dartmouth, Brown, NYU, you name it. We had students that went all over the country to top universities, right? It was a pretty good school. So they would come to our school and do like presentations and connect with the students and teach us about shit. And the time that this fair came around, right, was also the same time I was developing a lot of momentum of like, okay, I do know I want to go to school for free. My SAT scores just came back. Like, I just got my SAT scores back probably like a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks maybe. And I had lunch earlier in the day too, conveniently. And the way my high school was, you could have lunch at any time of the day. Like, your lunch could literally be at 2:00, and they call that 7th lunch, and you could leave school early type shit. So I had lunch like kind of in the day where the college fairs didn't leave yet. I used my whole lunch to go there and talk to those people and connect with them. And I met this lady named Stephanie, the older black woman, and she was one of the first people I spoke to, coincidentally, right? And when I spoke to her and told her my story, my message, showed her my receipts from like my SAT score, my grades, what they were becoming, she was so moved by my story. She put me on so much fucking game. Funny story to be, the next year when I ended up going to her university, she wasn't even working no more. She started working at Villanova. She literally didn't even have that job no more. So she put me on game, got the foot in the door for a lot of that shit, and then didn't even end up working no more. I never saw this lady again ever in my life. I saw her twice, right? This one first time I met her, she put me on that game. And then there was another college fair at the school district in Philly. And she was there too, and I introduced her to two of my homies, and she ended up helping them get full rides as well. So, right, but when that happened, she told me about all this shit, like, oh yeah, so go to these, talk to these people, mention the BOG, it was something called the Board of Governors. Trump discontinued the scholarship now. But one of my years was the last years to get this scholarship. Literally. Like, it's just like the timing of things. I don't know, child. Like, when you start embracing the wave and like your interests and what you feeling, like where you're directed, against all odds, like there's no certainty in field, bro. There's no certainty. You just have to know, because that's the thing about it. Do you go to WCU? Yeah. So it's a lot of people that even starting this whole Tykwondoe shit at the time, right? The end of the semester was probably